What if I told you that the fierce anger and deep division you feel when looking at a political headline or a social media argument is not actually a choice you are making, but is instead a neurological hijack where your brain's ancient survival circuits are physically preventing you from feeling empathy for anyone outside of your own tribe? While we like to think of ourselves as logical and compassionate beings, the shocking reality of 2026 is that our brains are currently struggling to function in a digital world that is perfectly designed to exploit our empathy gaps, effectively turning our natural capacity for connection into a weapon for polarization. If you are ready to stop being a victim of your own biological programming and want to understand the cutting-edge neuroscience of how we can actually bridge the deepest ideological divides through scientific application, you must explore the hidden mechanics of human empathy. Here are exactly 10 essential facts and scientific insights regarding the science of empathy in a polarized world. First, the primary engine of empathy is found in the mirror neuron system, a network of cells in your brain that literally fires as if you were experiencing the physical pain or the emotional joy of another person, effectively blurring the line between self and other. Second, there is a dangerous neurological phenomenon known as the in-group bias, where your brain releases a hit of dopamine when you show compassion to people like you, but actually activates the disgust centers of the insula when you are presented with the suffering of people from a rival group. Third, oxytocin, which is often called the love hormone, has a dark side in a polarized world because while it strengthens the bond between you and your friends, it has been scientifically proven to increase your hostility and defensive aggression toward outsiders. Fourth, the empathy gap is worsened by chronic stress and high cortisol levels, which physically shut down the prefrontal cortex, the logical part of your brain, and force you to rely on the amygdala, which views every different opinion as a literal threat to your survival. Fifth, researchers have discovered a technique called cognitive reappraisal, where you can consciously train your brain to view an ideological opponent not as a villain, but as a person with a complex history, which physically lowers your heart rate and opens your empathy window. Sixth, effective empathy is the ability to feel what others feel, but cognitive empathy is the more powerful ability to understand why they feel it, a skill that can be practiced like a muscle to prevent you from being emotionally overwhelmed by the world's problems. Seventh, the echo chamber effect on social media creates a neural feedback loop, where your brain is constantly rewarded for seeing information that confirms your existing beliefs, making the neural pathways for alternative perspectives literally wither away from disuse. Eighth, intergroup contact theory proves that having a meaningful, face-to-face conversation with someone from a different background can physically rehumanize them in your brain, breaking the cycle of dehumanization that is the foundation of all global polarization. Ninth, moral reframing is a scientific communication strategy where you explain your values using the language and the moral foundations of the other person, a tactic that has been proven to bypass their brain's defensive threat response and foster genuine listening. 10th, the final and most profound truth is that empathy is not an infinite resource, but is a biological budget that must be managed, meaning that if you spend all your emotional energy on digital outrage, you will have nothing left for the real people in your actual life. Now that you have seen how the architecture of your own mind can be used to either build a bridge or a wall, which one of these 10 scientific facts about empathy do you choose to implement into your daily interactions? While every one of these insights is a vital tool for survival in a divided world, the best choice for anyone looking to change the world in 2026 is number 5, mastering cognitive reappraisal. This is the best choice because once you gain the power to consciously choose how you perceive a threat, you stop being a pawn of your ancient biology and start becoming the master of your own emotional intelligence, allowing you to stay connected in a world that wants you to stay divided. If you are ready to stop letting your brain be hijacked by polarization and want to start mastering the incredible power of your own human empathy and the secrets of connection, make sure to hit the subscribe button right now so you never miss another deep dive into the truth.